Now, in terms of initiatives, I mean, we recently, when we speaking about Filma Singh's passing, we were talking about initiatives that are there for past players when they're done, with their soccer careers and have hung up their boots. Now, Betway recently launched the 12th Man Initiative, which is being spearheaded by Lucas Khatebe, in terms of upskilling and helping uplift players who have long since left the game. And obviously, there's always that life after football question that they're hoping to address. I mean, the importance of initiatives like this is long overdue, but welcome nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, I was at that function at Ferguson's in Ilovo, and I think the important thing about it is that, for me, was that it's sort of half-half with the Banyana legends as well. It's rare that I've seen Banyana legends included in a scheme like that. Right. And I think it's important to recognise the female footballers who've given a good service to this country, like Portia Modise, and give them the opportunity as well. And obviously the Bafana and the male legends also, it's also important. But I think it's a good thing. Obviously you want a result, so it's great that Betway have come on board and have invested in this, but obviously you want to see what happens at the end of the program. Yeah. Have these people got the life skills that they need? Have they walked out on the program? Were there issues? Those kinds of things. But as an initiative, I think it's fantastic.
And I guess that's the thing at the end of the day, is that there's always never like these, we live in such a metric space world, it's all about impressions and clicks and all those things. And you want to see that kind of being, used in the system like this, where I'm reading the press release, they are focusing on the fact that they want to keep tabs on the development and progress of the people that come through this process.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, I think, the long-term goal is to see some of these legends, men and women, being employable at the end of the day, to look after the program. I think, how long is it, 6 months or so?
Yeah, 6 months.
After 6 months to see, maybe some of the clubs, whether it's in the top division, in the lower leagues, or anywhere in the football space, mind you, that someone would come, knock on their door. Let's have a look at what you've achieved over the last 6 months, what you've upskilled yourself with, and let's see if we can plug you in and actually, get your hands dirty and plow back and give back to football. Because a lot of the times we tend to want to rely on the FA to do these kinds of things. And I think it was after Phil passed away that the legends and former footballers gathered at Safa House, and it was just complaints after complaints, So if you have an outsider, perhaps in some in some way, like Betway, come in and say, here's what we're offering, it goes a long way in trying to assist. Okay, maybe you could argue 6 months. We have to see what can happen in a short
I think maybe you could also kind of cultivate an appetite for a skill that you do learn, and then take that further. I don't think
of course. Then
6 months just
I think a big part of it was that came across at this press event was that these guys can then take, ladies and gentlemen, can then take their skills into their communities, and perhaps, if say Steve Lecolea wants to start a tournament in the Vaal, or he wants to do something in the Vaal, if he's got proper sponsorship training or proper training in how to attract sponsors and marketing and all that kind of thing, he then uses those skills and he produces a brilliant football tournament in the Vaal for the people from where he comes from.
Sure, with longevity and sustainability.
With longevity and sustainability. So it's not just 6 months and then that's that.
Okay.
The sponsor did say they are going to keep a vested interest in what happens after that 6 months.
Okay, no, big ups.
There's always been this feeling that there's a sense of entitlement, especially amongst some ex-professional footballers. When you're starting something new, you come up with an initiative and you back it and you work hard behind that. And I've seen players, some ex-players, and somebody I was happy to see there is Alfred Piri, Maimane Piri, because he's been having his own tournament and other initiatives.
Sure.
So for him, even I spoke to him last week, and he was saying, you know what, now this is also going to give me something in terms of organizing my competition.
Yeah, to make it better.
To make it better.
Already popular, but can go another.
How do I maximize?
Yes. How do I maximize and come up with, with a lot of things around it. And also, I was also happy to see Ru, because this is part of his initiative as well.
Sure.
And he's somebody who's never struggled really when it comes to endorsements post his football career. But now
He's
to
a
see
marketing magnet, that guy.
to now see his idea of sharing this with other guys.
Yes.
Because when we spoke to some of the guys last week was to say, okay, you are the first 10. And also, if you notice, this group of 10 is only from here in Gauteng. And Betway doesn't make money only from Gauteng in South Africa.
Sure.
So they still must go out
Yes.
to all the other provinces.
Sure.
And but now this is the pilot project that is starting with this group of 10.
Sure.
So this group of 10, they've got to make sure that this is working properly, you know. And I think with the ladies as well, I mean, Yasbongile Kumalo, your Cabo Zeta, Portia as well. There's this National Women's League. We don't know when it's starting. So at least when it starts, these girls will be equipped,
Yeah.
you know,
To participate and contribute.
to participate and contribute. But the challenge that we see most of the time is that professional football players, there are only 32 teams playing at pro level. Yeah, in the NFD and in the PSL. There are only 32. And we've got a number of ex-players. So the ex-players, even those who've got football qualifications already, they must go outside, help out at schools, you know, help out at the LFA, even ABC Motsipe, because they cannot all be in top flight. So this is the challenge that we normally get sometimes. But I'm hoping that after this initiative, we can see something different. And also with the sponsor continuing as well. And I'm happy because people are betting every day, so the money is coming back.
Yeah.
There we go. It's the people who are helping this initiative along.